everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name's Christina and today I have another update for my Eyeshadow Roulette collab that I am doing with The Beauty Reviewer. So basically what this is we take our eyeshadows in our collection, we randomly generate for 5 shades every month, and our goal is to use them 2 times and create varying looks with these, and that's about it. We're basically just cycling through our entire eyeshadow collection, just kind of making sure we're touching every single shadow for the year. So today is going to be my update and the refresh for my colors, and I feel the same way I did last month. So before we get into today's update, definitely make sure to hit that subscribe button because I do upload on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard, and I don't want you guys to miss out on any of my videos if these are interesting to you. And that's all I gotta say. Let's get into this video. So I have my stack of eyeshadows. My 5 shades from last month came from 4 palettes. 2 of the shades obviously were in the same palette. And I can say, much like last month, I failed. Failed again. I did not use most of these shadows twice. Some of them I didn't use at all. Most of them I only used once. So I failed. The one shade that I did get to use 2 times was from my Just Colors palette. I ended up picking and using twice Try Me, which is this guy right here. It's a really pretty shade. I used it a couple times at the beginning of the month. I think one of the biggest things for this month is I went a long time without wearing eyeshadow, and now that I'm wearing it again, I don't know what's happening. I just pull from everything. I'm wearing like 4 different eyeshadow palettes on my eyes today because, you know what, I have time, so why not? So unfortunately, feeling constrained to certain palettes isn't working for me right now. I'm feeling very creatively free, so all of the progress that I did have in this project happened at the beginning of the month. Next palette is my Zulu palette, which is actually one of the palettes on my eyes today, the pink and the yellow Zulu palette. But for this guy, I picked this shade, this like turquoise shimmer. I used it once and I do really like this. I ended up using it as a faux liner, as a eyeshadow liner, which I do a lot with like blues because I don't really particularly like the way blues look on my eyes sometimes. Sometimes I feel like it closes my eyes off. I have relatively small eyes to begin with and just really hooded lids, so sometimes certain colors I think just close my eyes up. I feel like blues are that for me sometimes. I only tried it once. It's a pretty shade. Just wasn't what I was gravitating towards. Again, I'm just feeling very like creative right now and I just kind of just do whatever. Next shadow came from my Morphe Naturals palette, this guy right here, and I picked the shade Blend. Where is it? Blend. Ow! Ow! When the palette fights back. But I picked this shade right here. This like this bronzy red shade. I used it once. It's an okay shade. It looks identical to something else. I remember the day I used it, it looked identical to something else on my eye, and I was like, what's the point of me having both of these shadows on my lid? So I used it. I don't think I need this palette, basically. I like it. It's a fine formula, but I don't think I need this palette. So probably keep it around for a little bit longer, but may ultimately be decluttered because I just feel like it's kind of repetitive in my collection at this point. And then the last palette had 2 shades, and this was the J-Cat Santa Monica palette, this guy right here. The 2 shades I had were this like foresty green and this brown right here. I don't think I like this palette. So I ended up not using the green shade at all because I swatched it and I tried to put on my lid and it came out patchy and ugly. So I didn't end up using it, I ended up wiping it off. The brown shade I tried to use once, same thing happened. It was patchy and ugly, so I wiped it off. So technically I didn't use either of these shades at all. I tried them, they didn't work. So I think I might end up decluttering this palette eventually. Again, I want to try a couple more shades, and if they're all duds, then yeah, definitely decluttering it. But there just looks like there's going to be some shades in here that are actually really pretty. But yeah, those 2 didn't work. Patchy, ugly, just don't work on a brush. They swatch fine with my fingers, I feel like, but yeah, on a brush, it just didn't work on my lid. So I didn't end up using either of these, technically, and not sure how I feel about the palette. So now that I have gone through and confessed all my sins to you, let's go ahead and pick 5 new shades for April, and I'm hoping there's more color because for whatever reason right now I'm gravitating towards colors. I think it's just because we're stuck inside and I need a little, you know, brightness in my life. So let's get into this. Alright, so I have all of my shades, or all of my eyeshadows right here. I have a random number generator that I have now pulled up, and we're gonna get into this. So I have 294 different individual shades of eyeshadow. So generate. The first shade is gonna be 204. 204 is from my Alamar palette, and it's Cocoa Taxi, which I'm pretty sure is the orange shade. This palette is also in my project pan, my eyeshadow project pan, so that's nice. All right, so here is the Alamar palette. I'm pretty sure Cocoa Taxi is like one of my favorite shades in this palette. It is. Okay, so Cocoa Taxi is right there. This one I feel like should be easy for me to use twice because it works really well with one of my other eyeshadows and it's relatively colorful. It's a really pretty, like, almost terracotta color, but more orange. There it is on my wrist. Really, really nice. I like this shade a lot. So shade number 1 for the month. Okay, shade number 2 is 124. 124 is from my ColourPop Zodiac palette and it's Pisces. So here it is. Pisces is, of course, another like minty color. Pretty sure this is in my project pan. I honestly don't remember, do I? It's been a blur. Or I think we may have rolled for this one last time. I don't know. I feel like we've talked about this shade recently, but I'm okay with this. So far, so good. We got like a good range going, I think. Third shade is gonna be 229. Staying really far down here on my list. 229. What the heck? So 229 is from my Urban Decay Born to Run palette, which is also in my project pan. And we're getting the shade Double Life. I don't know which shade that is. I swear this is going like the same way it went last month. What is happening? And I've used different number generators and this seems to always happen. So Double Life is right here. It's like a bronzy brown. Starting to think my eyeshadow collection is just repetitive. Ooh, though, that's nice. That's what's real pretty. So there's that guy. Is it a duochrome? Maybe not. It just kind of looked like it for a second. It's really pretty. Nice and deep. All right, so shade number 4. 224. Okay. Isn't that what we just did? No, but it is from the same palette. And it's the shade Ignite, which I have pan in. So I guess we're gonna be using this guy again. Wonderful. What is going on with my life right now? So I already have pan and Ignite. It's right there. I can use this 2 more times, no problem. It's an easy shade for me to use. There's a lot of shimmers. I have 1 matte and 3 shimmers right now. But I mean, it's not a bad color palette. They all work together technically. And then last shade, 194. Okay, so 194 is from my It's Judy Time palette and it's going to be shade number 7. Let me go grab that palette. All right, so shade number 7. Is that what I said? Shade number 7? 194. Yeah, shade number 7 is this guy right here. It's a matte brown. So technically, all of these shades are like one look. I could do a one look with all of these twice and then be done. So that is all of them. Starting to think that these are cursed for me and that I just keep repetitively getting a lot of the same shades. It's really weird. Like I haven't gotten a yellow. I haven't really gotten many purples in this. Why am I feel like I'm getting the same color palette over and over again. Anyone else? Am I cursed? I'm cursed. All right, guys, so this is the color palette for next month. I do like the color palette. It just seems like we've already gotten this color palette and maybe I'm just making things up in my head, but I swear we've already gotten this. It's really nice. It'll be really easy to use. Hopefully we start getting more variety. I mean, we are only in the 4th month of the year. We have plenty of other palettes and other shadows to get through. Again, I have a lot of eyeshadows, so hopefully we start getting through them to some more interesting colors, hopefully. But yeah, this is what we're working with for April. It should be really easy to do, and I'm excited about at least I'm excited about not having to think too hard about certain things, and I still have plenty of other opportunities to play with a lot of color because this will be an easy look to knock out and then move from. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of these videos down in the comments below. I hope you are enjoying them, and if you are, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure to hit the subscribe button before you leave, and hopefully that means I see all of you guys in my next video. Bye!